What up, blood? What up, gangsta?
If you a Crip or Damu and want your phone case to represent too, just tap in with CASESNMORE.printify.me. The Crips gonna say they cool and the Bloods gonna say they boo. The phone case is sturdy, it's strong, and if you drop your phone, it's gonna be all right. I'm telling you, man. It don't matter if you a square from Dover, Delaware, and don't know the difference from a peach or a pear. They still got phone cases that's gonna suit you. They got different designs, different artists, football teams, basketball teams. So just be sure to tap in, and I'm guaranteeing you, you're gonna find something that you like. It don't matter if you got the latest Apple 16, 15, if you got the 10, if you got the 8. It don't matter if you got Androids, Samsungs, man. He definitely is gonna have a case to fit your phone. So whether you cousin or swooping or just a square representing your favorite team that's playing football or hooping, just tap in with CASESNMORE.printify.me. Now, initially, he was offering a 10% discount on all orders. But I said, hey, man, listen, I got a lot of dedicated subscribers. I got a lot of dedicated followers. And due to these people always faithfully and continuously tapping into my channel, do you think you can go up to 20% off? And he said, no problem. So for a limited time, you get 20% off. You get free shipping and handling. I'm going to leave a link in the description that's going to take you right to the online store.
What up, cuz? What up, blood? What up, gangsta?
Say, what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a pro violation. Yard down. Hey, man, by now you already know what it is, man. So let's just hop right into this video, man. So today I'm talking about, man, did the Crips put a blue light on the boy Aaron the Plumber, man? Reason I'm saying that is because something definitely spooked Aaron the Plumber, right? So we're gonna go back to the 4th of July on the incident when 4 extras unfortunately lost his hand, right? Now, I think I happened to see it extremely early. The first person I saw speaking on it at that time was ODM Slim, who's also a neighborhood Crip. Now, during his live, you had a couple people then asking, man, is this real? Did this really happen? Some dude continually kept asking, is this true? Is this true? To the point where ODM Slim said, hey, man, if you ask that old dumb question one more time, man, I'm going to get you up out of here. You didn't ask me that 13, 14 times. Yeah, it's true, and so on and so forth. So initially when the news broke, you did have some people wondering if it was true or not. I went online, I searched, I couldn't see anything about the situation because that's how fresh it was. 3 or 4 hours later, it was all over the internet. You know, you had several people talking about it. You had individuals even putting up pictures of the injury to his hand, right? And then at some point, Aaron the Plumber starts trolling, you know. Aaron the Plumber starts trolling. He's disrespecting the man, calling him 4 nubs. I challenge you to a game of handball and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? I believe the next day he makes another video. Now, in this next video, he's low-key trying to walk back some of the things he said. And to me, that's all of a sudden where he develops the idea, okay, I'm going to just say that I'm trolling and I thought it was a play due to the backlash that he was getting. But if you happen to see that video, he still stood on some of the things that he had said originally in that first video. You know, he seemed like he was too prideful possibly to apologize or whatever. But he did go on to mention, you know, he had a lot of dudes in his DM, a lot of Crips in his DM to be specific, saying that they was going to get him, they was going to punish him, they was going to do bad things to him. Then he talks about how he lives in an army base, and if a dude try to come over there and get him, you know, he likes to see them get on the base, and if they mess with him, they go into jail, and a whole lot of other bunch of stuff, right? Then the third day he comes back and he makes another more, in my opinion, heartfelt, sincere, and genuine apology. And I'm going to show you guys a bit of that right now.
So apparently I talked to one of his homies, K-Mac, you know what I'm saying? And Bradesky said this ain't no hoax, man, you know? This is definitely not no hoax. Apparently he did blow off his hand, lighting a firework inside of a car, from what I'm hearing. I mean, he the biggest thing on No Jumper, Bradesky, so I thought this was a play. And the man lost his hand, man, and I was out of pocket. You feel me? I deleted the videos off of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And not because I'm scared or nothing like that, but because that's just, you feel me? Y'all are right. That ain't no energy that you want to put out in the universe. That wasn't me wishing, you know, or praying on his downfall or nothing to that effect. You feel me? Brodesky, he trolled me. I trolled him back. You feel me? I didn't think it was real. You know what I'm saying? And I was out of pocket in a real way. It definitely was seeming like a play. Too, I'm going to post one of the pictures. And in this picture you see right here, you feel me? The hand looks light-skinned. You feel me? It looks like a light-skinned person hand. This 4Extra dark-skinned, Brodesky. So I definitely thought, you know, this was not real. This was a skit in a real way. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, moving forward, I just learned a valuable lesson, you know what I'm saying, to stay away from topics that involve any type of gang, anything with gang members, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna take it the way that I take it, you feel me? A lot of people ain't gonna see it as content. A lot of people took what I said to heart, Brodesky. Yeah.
And so in my opinion, right, this is what I think happened, right? I think a couple of things possibly happened, right? He always talks about he's a Muslim, right? So I believe that one of his older spiritual brothers got in his ear and pulled his game and sat down with him and talked to him and let him know how severe the ramifications could be for dissing 4Extra and trolling him on something that was serious as him possibly losing his hand, right? And then another thing that I think possibly could have happened, somebody at Misfits Boxing, or once again, it could have still been one of his Muslim spiritual leaders or advisors or whatever, told him, hey man, listen, what you doing, the energy you putting out there is extremely and potentially harmful because you have a public face. You know, you have a face, man. And while you have a lot of people trolling and disrespecting 4Extras, some of those dudes are not as popular as you. And then by you being out doing the things that you're going to be trying to do with this boxing stuff, you never know when you will run and encounter an individual, right? And then that person may be willing to do something to you that will put you in a position to take you out of the position that you in now, right? And so somebody had to sit down with this dude, man, and talk to this dude and let this dude know that what you doing, man, is not cool. And once again, you may have a lot of people saying, well, you know, Chill, you had a whole lot of people trolling that dude, a whole lot of people clowning, talking stuff, so on and so forth. But here's the difference, and here's the big difference in my opinion. You have a lot of gang members who have been trolling 4Extra, who have been taking glee in his injury, right? But to keep it 100, some of those gang members, either they may have some personal history with 4Extra, or the hood that they represent may have some long personal history with 4Extra's hood back and forth. And sometimes that's to be expected out there in those gang banging streets. You know, when dudes who you consider your ops, something happened to them, whether you done it or not, whether it was a tragic accident, some people is going to find glee in that, right? But if my memory serves me correct, and in this situation, I believe it does, 4Extra and Aaron the Plumber's beef came strictly due to boxing hype. It came strictly due to, you know, both of these dudes was known for taking fades. Both of these dudes was known for fighting. And of course, you had people out there in the public who was interested in seeing these dudes possibly get into the ring. I remember one of the times that 4Extra got out of jail, one of the first interviews he did with Adam asked him, hey man, what's up? You not up on Aaron the Plumber, are you? And 4Extra was like, no, who is he? He was like, oh man, this dude, he running around fighting, taking fades. You know, are you willing to fight the dude first? Or one of the first things 4Extra said is, man, how much they paying me? You know, 4Extra didn't even know what the dude looked like. Somebody said, hey man, we're gonna show you a picture. 4Extra was like, man, I don't care what he looked like, man. What is they paying me, right? So I say all that to say, the trolling that 4Extra may have did towards Aaron the Plumber was strictly on hype in this fight that they was trying to have. You know, both these dudes was trying to get a little bag from this fight that, of course, you know, I believe if they would have had to fight, you would have had a lot of people tune in to that fight. So once this dude suffers a personal injury, in my opinion, it was extremely busterish. It was some buster stuff. What Aaron the Plumber did to diss that man, because now you taking it outside of boxing. You guys don't have no feud. There is no spilled blood between you guys. There is no spilled blood between you guys' neighborhoods, and so on and so forth, right? And so, like I said, I believe that somebody with some common sense got in Aaron the Plumber's ear and let Aaron the Plumber know all the things that his words could cause to happen. You know, so like I said, somebody could do something to you to put you in a position to take you out of the position that you in. You know, somebody could potentially take your life. Aaron the Plumber talks about being shot several times, you know. So it just wasn't sensible for him to get into that type of beef about something so tragic and personal that a lot of people will empathize with, right? And so that's the reason I believe that he came back and he apologized that third time, right? I don't believe for one bit that he believed he was only trolling and that was just a play, because outside of that first day, outside of those first few hours, you don't see anybody else on the internet saying, hey man, I don't believe this has happened. You know, I don't believe this incident is real. So in my mind, I feel that is just something that dude did to try to cover his tracks. When I say that dude, I'm talking about Aaron the Plumber, talking about he thought that they was just a hoax. It was a joke. They was doing it as a scam to get publicity. You know, to me, it don't make no sense. And I believe that's cap. I believe Aaron the Plumber was capping, and that was just something he was saying to try to cover up his trolling, once he realized that, you know, that's not something he should be trolling about, man. So anyway, you know, you still got to be careful, Aaron the Plumber, because even though you've come back, you've apologized, like I believe somebody has told you, man, you never know with all the places you trying to go, with all the business you trying to do, you never know who's going to be where. You never know. You might be out somewhere handling your business, signing some autographs, and somebody who's extremely serious about getting some get back for 4 extra pop up on you and do the do on you, take you out of position to make money. So I believe, like I said, man, he had a brother who had a little common sense get in his ear and explain to him the potential ramifications of his words. Anyway, man, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.